It's day 7 of the Paris swimming competition of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games as we welcome you to the Paris Stade de France arena in Nantes for this finals session, a magnificent aquatic centre, something that's been completely repurposed though for Paris 2024. It's a venue that usually hosts rugby matches. It is a swimming venue for Paris 2024. Somewhat remarkably, a wonderful pool as well, 50 metres long, 25 metres wide, 8 lanes of competition that are used. There are 141 medal events over the 10 days of competition that feature over 600 athletes. The format fairly simple, with heats taking place in the morning session on each day, and in the evening session, the finals to take place. Now, this is Paris swimming, where swimmers are categorized into various classes. And to sustain a competitive balance, athletes are classified into different competitive divisions based on rigorous assessments of their abilities. 14 classifications for Paralympic swimmers. Athletes with physical impairments classified numbers 1 to 10, ranging from more severe acuity limitations to less severe limitations. Swimmers with visual impairments are classified 11 to 13, and swimmers with intellectual impairment are classified 14. But in this session there is plenty to enjoy, including 7 gold medal events. But before we get into the competition proper, we have the great Théo Curin to strike the baton 3 times, member of the Paris 2024 Athletes Commission, but he's also an actor, he's a comedian, he's an entertainer, as well as a para swimmer who enjoys rather adventurous swimming feats, most recently swimming Lake Titicaca in South America, which lies in the Andes Mountains between Peru and Bolivia. But also one of the standout stars of the opening ceremony of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. So 12 gold medal events to be contested this final session. The victory ceremonies will take place during the same session. Deb Gruen, multiple Paralympic medalist, is alongside me for this session. And Deb, plenty to look forward to, but what stands out for you?
I think first the 400s, you have the S8s. The men's 400 free is going to be close. We saw the Canadian Maxwell go extremely fast this morning. Then, of course, you have Jessica Long in the 400s on the women's side. The 100-meter freestyle, though, Alexa Leary going up against the Americans in that one. That should be tight. And then, of course, we're ending with the relays. Always fun to watch. And calculating how to get to 49 points. You never know what country is going to put in which swimmers. That's always fun.
We begin this session with the final of the men's 100-meter freestyle S12. Maxim Veraksa is the world record holder, 50.91 that he set in 2009 in Reykjavik in Iceland. He holds the Paralympic Games record as well from his win in 2012 in London. So these are the 8 starters, including the world record holder Veraksa, who will go in 3 after qualifying 3rd quickest, 4-time medalist in this event. Stephen Clegg of Great Britain qualified quickest, but he is flanked by Ukrainian swimmers Veraksa and Yaroslav Denisenko. Raman Salai, though, is the defending champion from Azerbaijan, and he goes in 6th. His brother Dimitri goes in lane 2. Very much a family affair in this race. The Salai brothers, they're very close, but both very determined when they're in the pool. Kylian Portal goes in this final as well. He's the younger brother of Alex, who shared the podium with him in the 400 freestyle. Stephen Clegg's brother James, a bronze medalist at London 2012 in the 100 fly. And their sister Elizabeth, 100 and 200 meter double on the track at Rio 2016 champion. But let's introduce the finalists in this first final, in the final session on day 7 of competition at the Paris swimming. Going in lane 8 is Ukraine's Ilya Yaremenko, 4th in Tokyo, the 27-year-old, already with 50 free S13 silver here, 4th at the 2023 World Championships. Going in lane 1 is Ivan Salguero of Spain, the 26-year-old World Championship silver medalist in 2017, 4th at the European Championships this year. Now a roar. For Kilian Portales, just 17, the 400-meter freestyle bronze medalist here, sharing the podium with his older brother Alex. 5th at the World Championships in this event, though 6th at the European Championships. Going in lane 2 is the older of the Salai brothers, neutral Paralympic athlete Dimitri Salai. He's the world champion from 2010, 5th at the European Championships this year. But his brother Rahman goes for Azerbaijan in lane 6. He's the defending champion, 30-year-old, who won 100-meter backstroke silver here, 2-time and reigning world champion. Bronze, though, at the European Championships behind Denisenko and Viraksa. Viraksa goes in lane 3 for Ukraine, now 44th in the 50 free, 2-time world champion and bronze medalist last time out in Manchester, European Championship silver medalist. Rio silver medalist is in S13 was Yaroslav Denisenko, who goes in lane 5 for Ukraine, the 2019 world champion. He's the reigning European champion. With the Tokyo bronze medalist qualified quickest, Stephen Clegg of Great Britain goes in lane 4, the 28-year-old who's already taken 100 backstroke gold here. He won silver medals at the last 2 editions of the World Championships. And watch out for Viraksa. In 2008 and 2012, he won gold. In Tokyo, he won silver. He won bronze in Rio. 4 times a medalist in this event. Deb, this is a very difficult one to put your finger on. Yeah. Who's going to be champion? But you got to give Clegg his due for the way he qualified.
Yeah, I think Clegg came in quickest. I think, you know, if he goes his time, he should win this. I say that, but Kilian Portal has the help of the crowd behind him. So if we know he's going to swim fast, right? He just has this adrenaline. And so he could sneak in for a medal there.
The Salai brothers as well. They are not to be discounted, both Rahman and Dimitri, who find themselves swimming. That's Dimitri in 2, Rahman in 6. Denisenko, who goes in 5, is quick, the European champion. But the world champion is Rahman Salai, who's also defending champion. Clegg, quickest to qualify, goes for Great Britain in 4. This race very much wide open. Men's 100-meter freestyle S12 final. 2 lengths of the pool in freestyle. This will be a very quick outing for these swimmers who will all be looking to go sub 54 seconds. Viraksa is out really quickly. Clegg looks good in lane 4, and Rahman Salai is pushing the pace through the opening 25 meters of this race. Also starting well is Ilya Yaremenko, who's going nicely in lane 8.
Yep, Clegg was the quickest off the block. He had the quickest reaction time. Now they're going to hit at the wall 25-1, so that's faster than anyone went out this morning, so already looking good.
0.2 of a second separating the top 3 at the wall in Viraksa, Clegg, and indeed Rahman Salai, the defending champion. Viraksa is looking very strong. He's leading inside the final 25 meters ahead of Clegg. Dimitri Salai is looking to close in on Clegg now as Rahman Salai comes back, so too Denisenko. Rahman Salai might just be out of the medals unless he can push in the closing meters. It's going to be in lane 5, Denisenko to take it for Ukraine ahead of Viraksa as Rahman Salai, the defending champion and world champion, is on the podium with bronze. It's a Ukraine 1-2. Clegg doesn't feature on the podium. He touched 4th in 53.67, but 0.5 of a second effectively separating the top 4 in this race. It's Denisenko ahead of Viraksa and Salai of Azerbaijan 3rd. Denisenko.
Here's the start. Clegg had the quickest reaction time, and all of them were out very quickly, but they were all out faster than this morning as well. And you see Clegg on the right with that red cap. But Denisenko, he really pulled this out during the second 50. You could see at the start right there, it's Viraksa and it's Clegg heading in first at the 50. But Denisenko came back with a magical second 50, pulled himself up, gets his hand on the wall, and Clegg, shockingly, is out of the medals. It's a tight finish.
Yeah, Denisenko outside the top 3 at the wall at 50. Swims back to touch in 53.11. But Viraksa and Rahman Salai were separated by 1/100th of a second. That is as close to a dead heat as you're going to see
And Saleh,
silver,
who has won gold in Tokyo in 2022 and 2023. So
Kilian Portal finishes 6th, but Raman Saleh on the podium with bronze. Maxim Veraksa takes silver, and Yaroslav Denisenko has gold, the European champion. This is the final of the women's 100-meter freestyle S12. Oksana Savchenko, the world record holder, at 58.41 from London 12 years ago. 2 from Brazil go in this final, including the favorite, Maria Carolina Gomes Santiago, who goes in lane 4. Now, how quick will she go in this final? Let's meet the finalists. Going in lane 8 for Australia is 23-year-old Jenna Jones, 6th at the World Championships last year. Likely to take the race out hard. 4th in Tokyo was Alessia Berra. And she goes for Italy in lane 1, the 30-year-old, 4th at the World Championships last year, silver at the European Championships. 6th in Tokyo was Lucilene da Silva Souza, the 24-year-old, bronze at the last World Championships, silver at the Pan American Games behind the great Brazilian Gomes Santiago. Naomi Maike Schwartz represents Germany and goes into the 30-year-old 2017 world champion, 4th at the European Championships though. 5th in Tokyo was Maria Delgado. She goes for Spain in one of the mid lanes. 100 backstroke bronze here, former world championship medalist who won bronze at the European Championships. Anna Steczenko, who won Rio gold as an S13 swimmer, goes in lane 3 for Ukraine. The 100 max silver and 400 free bronze medalist here, former world champion who claimed silver in Manchester. Tsuchuchi Ayano of Japan goes in 5, the 2022 World Championship silver medalist, 4th last year. But aiming for her second 50 and 100-meter freestyle double at the Paralympic Games after doing so in Tokyo. The 39-year-old Maria Carolina Gomes Santiago of Brazil goes in 4. She won 50 free gold here already and 100 backstroke gold, 3-time and reigning world champion. She's the Pan American Games gold medalist, and she's a 58.8 swimmer over this distance. That's not too far off from the world record mark. But Steczenko, as European champion, has been swimming quickly as well and goes in 3. And Tsuchuchi, great at the turns. Right.
And I mean, Gomes Santiago should take this. If she goes her time, there's really nobody that can touch her. She's only 0.4 off of the world record, so I do think she's going to try and get that, but she doesn't even have to, right? I mean, all she has to do is really go her time here.
So Gomes Santiago with a couple of golds already to add to the 3 she won in Tokyo. Aiming for a 3rd gold at Paris 2024 in this event, having missed out on the fly final.
Take your mark.
Looking for a good start. Steczenko goes off really well. Stosu Schwartz of Germany, they go alongside one another in lanes 3 and 2 respectively, but straight into a stroke, and Gomes Santiago is half a body length in front through the opening 25 meters. It's a dominant and commanding opening 50 stretch by the Brazilian. Jenna Jones and Lucilene da Silva of Australia and Brazil in the wider lanes, going relatively strong as well through the opening 50.
And here's Gomes Santiago, as we had predicted, well ahead of, yeah, 28.3. She's way faster than this morning. And you can see this is the S12 classification, so many of these swimmers use tappers at the end to tell them when they're approaching the wall. They'll also count their strokes, but so important to have the tap.
Maybe just off world record pace here, but that is quick at the wall to go nearly 28 at the 50. Coming back now is Steczenko, who's got traditional fast closing speed. Tsuchuchi is holding on to 3rd at the moment, but it's going to be Gomes Santiago to claim her 3rd gold at Paris 2024. She touches in 59.30 ahead of Steczenko, and bronze to Tsuchuchi of Japan. Steczenko with a fantastic finish, touches in 1 minute 0.39 seconds, but a 59.30 for the Brazilian, who has her 3rd gold at Paris 2024 and her 6th Paralympic Games gold medal across 2 editions. Tsuchuchi on the podium as well after a 1:01.05.
here's the start. It was actually the Japanese swimmer who had the quickest reaction time heading into the first 50. And then Gomez Santiago, she went out in 28. That might have been a little fast, but that's okay. It was the final. And here she is already about a body length ahead. During the first 100, she took a commanding lead early on and really never let go. Steczenko, though, did come back with some nice closing speed. So Gomez Santiago goes 59.30, claims the gold, followed by Steczenko, who closed well, 1:00:39, and Suchichu getting on the podium with 1:01:05.
Fantastic closing speed from Steczenko. We haven't really seen that in all her races so far at Paris 2024, but just showing it in the 100 free. Traditionally a very quick closer is Steczenko, who touched fourth at the wall at 50. Tsujiuchi as well, after that good reaction time, touched sixth through 50. But comes back to touch in 1:01:05 to claim bronze. Tsujiuchi, Steczenko with silver, just outside 60 seconds, and 59.30, it's gold for Gomez Santiago. This is the final of the men's 200-meter individual medley SM14. Nicholas Bennett is the world record holder at 2:05.97 that he swam in Toronto in May. He goes in lane 4 as the favourite. There are 3 swimmers from Great Britain. Ricky Better of Australia, Nicholas Bennett of Canada, 2 from Ukraine, Krajnik and Vanzenko, and Yamaguchi of Japan, who goes in 8. It's perhaps a bit of a surprise, but the Tokyo silver medalist Gabriel Bandeira of Brazil didn't make the final in this classification.
He seems to be swimming a little off his times, and that's hurting him. For him not to qualify is a big deal.
Going in lane 8 for Japan is Yamaguchi Naohide, the 23-year-old 100 breaststroke bronze medalist here, the Asian Para Games gold medalist. The Tokyo bronze medalist is Vasyl Krajnik of Ukraine. He goes in lane 1, the 28-year-old 2019 World Championships bronze medalist, European Championships silver medalist. Cameron Vernken goes for Great Britain in lane 7, the 22-year-old, 7th at each of the last 2 World Championships. In his second and last event in Paris, he's got a really strong breaststroke leg, though. In his Paralympic Games debut, William Ellard is having a phenomenal time. The 18-year-old, 200 free and relay gold here already, 100 fly silver, 5th at the last World Championships and bronze at the European Championships. Rhys Darby is one of the 3 British swimmers who go. He goes in 6th, the 17-year-old with relay gold here already, silver medalist at the last World Championships. Tokyo bronze medalist in the SM10 classification, Dmytro Vanzenko, goes in lane 3 for Ukraine. Bronze at the last 2 World Championships, the 2024 European champion. Ricky Betar goes for Australia, 6th at the 2023 World Championships. Should be looking for a really strong first half, given his fly and back prowess. But although he finished 7th in Tokyo, the now 20-year-old Nicholas Bennett is a far more mature swimmer. He's the world record holder, and he's already claimed 100 breaststroke gold and 200 freestyle silver here in Paris. He's the world champion and world record holder, coached by his sister Hayley. He goes as the favourite in 4.
Do we think he's going to challenge the world record tonight? I think he might. He
looked like he was in the preliminaries holding something back, shall we say.
Yeah, when he finished, he kind of shrugged like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. But Bennett is the best breaststroker in the field, and it'll be very tough to beat him from there, given his freestyle pedigree. Vanzenko has an excellent backstroke. If he can hold the breaststroke leg, will challenge for a place on the podium. Ellard is just having a phenomenal Paris 2024. 2 golds and a silver already for him. Ricky Betar will have a great opening 100, you suspect, given his ability as a fly and backstroker. It's really tough to call. The men's 200-meter individual medley SM14 final. 4 lengths of the pool, 1 in each of the 4 strokes, starting with the butterfly, then into the backstroke, and then into the breaststroke, and closing with 50 meters of freestyle. And indeed, Ricky Betar of Australia is going out really hard, a lifeguard by profession. Yamaguchi of Japan finds himself going out really well in lane 8. But Ellard, Vanzenko, Bennett still looking strong in this opening leg as Betar looks to hit the wall first.
Right, and Betar, this is exactly what he did during the preliminary times. You see that gold cap, that's a good push off, and going into the backstroke. Now, what happens, because this is a 2 IM, it's 50 meters of each stroke, fly back, breast free. So what happens is you see the lead start to change. So Betar was out really quick in the fly, but watch out because Bennett comes back really hard in the breaststroke, and that's where he likes to come make his move.
Now, Vonsenko is showing some strength in the backstroke here as well. The European champion who has both a physical and intellectual impairment hits the wall now just behind Bennett and Betar, who touched quickest at the 100, just outside the 60-second mark. So Bennett will come into his own here. Vonsenko might look to go with him. Vernken will make up a big move in the breaststroke as well. But Bennett is a phenomenal breaststroker, and he'll get himself into a position that he will not want to relinquish in the closing 50. How quickly will he come home? Bennett of Canada seeking his second gold in Paris.
And now, well, Bennett is out way ahead and a lot quicker than this morning, about over 2 seconds, but the race is on right now for second.
Vonsenko against Betar, they touch second and third. Bennett has got this virtually wrapped up with just over 25 meters to go. Rhys Darby is coming back. He's looking to challenge Betar for a position on the podium. It's a fantastic close from the 17-year-old British swimmer going in lane 6, but Betar is pulling away. It's Vonsenko who might lose out on the podium place, but just about on world record pace here. What time is he going to hit the wall? It's gold to Bennett in Paralympic Games record time. His second gold. Darby takes a superb silver and a brilliant bronze for Betar of Australia. That is a fantastic result for both Bennett and Betar. Rhys Darby, though, as a 17-year-old, how good was that closing leg from Rhys Darby? Nicholas Bennett is on top of the podium. Largely as we expected, but my word, Betar and Darby on the podium as well.
Yeah, I mean, Betar, look at this first 50. He went out so hard. He and LR just have this phenomenal butterfly, and they used it to their advantage. Here's Betar. I mean, Bennett just hanging with them in the butterfly, but it's on the breaststroke where Bennett comes out of nowhere. He shoots to first. He's over a body length ahead, and then the race was on for silver and bronze. It's a good shot of Bennett doing fly here, but of course he wasn't the strongest flyer in the field. And it was this back half of his race where he really came out strong.
Just about on world record time, the world record holder not too far off in Paralympic Games record time, 2:06.05. Bennett takes gold for Canada. A 2:08 for both Darby and Betar, who's separated by 0.08 of a second. Don't forget, keep posting your... So, Paralympic Games record for Nicholas Bennett, who takes gold for Canada. Darby, with a fantastic close, secures silver, 2:08.61, 0.08 of a second ahead of Betar, who's on the podium for his first individual medal. Women's 200-meter IM medley final in SM14 classification. Shabalina is the world record holder at 2:18.37. She'll go in this final in lane 6 as a neutral Paralympic athlete, having qualified with a very comfortable 2:30. But 3 British swimmers who go in this final. Australia, Japan, Hong Kong, China and Sweden also represented. The finalists include 6th in Tokyo, Paige Leonard of Australia, the 23-year-old who finished 4th at the 2022 World Championships with a 2:34.98 in qualifying. 4th in Rio, 5th in Tokyo. Pernilla Lindberg is in a 3rd consecutive Paralympic Games final in the 200 IM SM14. The 30-year-old was world champion in 2017. Tokyo bronze medalist is Luis Fides, the 23-year-old. Has won breaststroke gold and freestyle bronze already here. Twice a World Championships bronze medalist, fourth in 2023. Poppy Maskell goes for Great Britain in lane 2, the 19-year-old. 2 golds and a silver here, including that 100-fly title in world record time. 2023 World Championships bronze medalist. Tokyo gold medalist is the world record holder as well, and 2-time world champion Valeria Shabalina, the 28-year-old, with 200 freestyle gold and 100 fly bronze already. Silver at the European Championships. Chan Yui Lam goes for Hong Kong, China in lane 3, the 100 fly silver medalist here. 5th at the World Championships last year, but silver at the Asian Para Games in Hangzhou. The Asian Para Games gold medalist is 18-year-old Kinoshita Aira of Japan, who goes in lane 5, yet to medal at her maiden Paralympic Games, but was silver medalist at the 2023 World Championships. Going in lane 4 is Olivia Newman-Baronius, the 17-year-old, relay gold in Paris already. She's the European champion and qualified quickest by 0.02 of a second. Great Britain with 3 swimmers, all who have chances of medaling in Maskell, Newman-Baronius and Fides. But the world record holder Shabalina took it very comfortable in qualifying, you have to say, and Kinoshita is certainly dangerous given how she swam at the Asian Para Games. Chan, not to overlook her ability as well. Leonhardt and Lindberg will fight for places too. Leonhardt of Australia will go in the wide lane. The opposite side will be Lindberg of Sweden. 3 from Great Britain go in this final, the women's 200-meter individual medley SM14.
Take your marks.
Underway, the 200-meter individual medley SM14. That means 4 lengths of the pool in each of the 4 strokes, leading off with the fly, then into the backstroke, then breaststroke, and closing with freestyle. This is a good lead for Olivia Newman-Baronius in the early stages. Leonhardt is taking this out really hard, but Maskell is absolutely chewing up the water going in lane 2 and might hit the wall first at 50.
Right, and Poppy Maskell won the 100 fly, broke the world record that was previously held by Newman-Baronius and Shabalina. So we know how good she is in the fly. Now turning into the backstroke. Poppy Maskell not as strong in the other strokes as she is in the fly. So Newman-Baronius, and here comes Shabalina as well in that black cap. They're going to start to come up.
Well, ultimately now in the backstroke leg, this is where Maskell needs to build up an advantage, because the breaststroke leg, which comes next, is often where the podium places are set up, and that's where you'll be looking at Kinoshita, Newman-Baronius, Fides, who are very strong breaststrokers, for example, if they can get themselves back into contention. As it stands, it is Shabalina who is second behind Maskell at the wall by half a second. Third is Newman-Baronius, nearly 3 seconds back.
Right, and they're already way faster than they were this morning. Here's Shabalina, though. She's a strong breaststroker, not the fastest in the field, but Poppy Maskell.
Yeah. This is where Kinoshita, though, will get herself into a podium place if she can push through the breaststroke leg. She'll, even going past Newman-Baronius, who's a very good breaststroker. Shabalina is losing a little ground to Kinoshita, but will she expend enough energy not to be able to close out in the 53 coming home? How good is this breaststroke, though, from Poppy Maskell? She's going to leave herself in front. Kinoshita will get to the wall third. It's Maskell ahead of Shabalina. 149.57 through 150. Fantastic turn from the Japanese swimmer going in lane 5. She's got herself third. Maskell looks like she's just being left behind by Shabalina at the moment. It's not much that separates them. Just on the angle, it is Shabalina who is ahead of Maskell by a very little. Kinoshita is closing very fast here, the 18-year-old Asia Para Games gold medalist. But it is going to be the world record holder and defending champion Valeria Shabalina who will come to the wall now to take gold. It's ahead of Poppy Maskell of Great Britain, who has silver, and Kinoshita on the podium for Japan with bronze. 2:25.96 takes bronze, but 2:22.40 the winning time for the world record holder and 2-time world champion. 2:22.40 Maskell, for so much of this race, was in front, only to lose it in the closing 50. And Kinoshita is celebrating that. That breaststroke leg set her up for her first ever Paralympic Games medal.
And here's the start, and Poppy Maskell went for it during the butterfly. I mean, Shabalina's a great flyer, Newman Bronius is a great flyer, Poppy Maskell, all unbelievable. And what a lead Poppy Maskell had built up in the fly and the back, and then it was the breaststroke where everything changed. This is where Shabalina made up so much ground. And when they turned here, it was very close between the two of them. You can see Shabalina at the bottom of the screen in that black cap. This is where she caught Poppy Maskell. She turns, she does the fly kick underwater, she pops up, she goes into the freestyle, and then she just blew her out during the last 50.
Shabalina touches ahead of Maskell and Kinoshita with an excellent bronze. Fourth for Fiddes after her great breaststroke leg. Chan touched fifth, and Newman Baronius coming to the wall sixth ahead of Lindbergh and Leonard of Australia. A long glide from Shabalina. She knew she had the victory. Didn't need to go with the extra stroke. Defends the title she won in Tokyo. Two golds in Paris so far for Shabalina, to go with the three she won previously at the Paralympic Games. Shabalina has gold in 2:22.40 ahead of Poppy Maskell of Great Britain, and Kinoshita Aira of Japan takes bronze. This is the final of the men's 400-meter freestyle S8. The world record stands at 4:19.74. Maybe, just maybe, a Paralympic Games record could be in the offing as well. 8 athletes who go from China, Italy, USA, Canada, USA, Australia, Spain, and neutral Paralympic athlete Andrei Nikolaev, who is the defending champion. All three of the Tokyo medalists return for this final. Is this to be a duel in the pool? Let's introduce the 8 finalists. Going in lane 8, 7th in Tokyo was Inigo Llopis. 4th and 5th at the last 2 World Championships. Already 100 backstroke gold and relay bronze here. The Rio silver medalist was Xu Haijiao, the 30-year-old, won 200 IM gold in Paris already. The Asian Para Games gold medalist and 2017 world champion, silver in 2023. Callum Simpson is just 17. He helped Australia to mixed 4x100 medley relay gold already. More of a 100 freestyle racer though. 7th at the European Championships in this event. The Tokyo silver medalist is Alberto Amedeo. The 23-year-old is 2-time and reigning world champion. He's also the European champion, a water polo player before acquiring his impairment. He's got great endurance. The Tokyo gold medalist is Andrei Nikolaev. The 23-year-old was world champion in 2019 European Championships silver medalist in his first of only 2 events in Paris. The Tokyo bronze medalist, Matthew Torres of USA, he's 23 and goes in 2022 World Championship silver medalist, but 8th, somewhat surprisingly, in Manchester last year with a 4:19, but a 4:49, but he's a 4:27 swimmer. His compatriot, though, is Noah Jaffe. He's been causing waves in the world of swimming, the 21-year-old bronze medalist at the last World Championships. But Reed Maxwell on his Paralympic Games debut. It was his birthday just 2 days ago, and he turned 17, the man who swims out of Edmonton, Alberta. He cycles, he snowboards, he's completed several triathlons, he's got the endurance, he's got the stamina, has he got the speed to match it as well? He qualified quickest and goes in lane 4. Now, how many of these swimmers conserved energy in the heats ahead of this final, and will it stand them in good stead, you wonder? Yeah,
I mean, Maxwell and Noah Jaffe went quick during that was heat 1 of the prelims, and then Torres, Nikolaev, Amodeo, they were a little slower, and so you wonder in that heat 2, were they holding something back? But Maxwell went out awfully quick during prelims.
Yeah, Maxwell, he's somebody to look out for. He's also coached by Australian Paul Birmingham, a 3-time Olympic team coach at the Edmonton Keanu Club. Amadeo, he's somebody to watch as well. There's Nikolaev, the defending champion. But watch out for Amadeo, who goes into, he's the European champion. He's the 2-time and reigning world champion from Italy. He might not have the closing speed as some of the other swimmers in this field, but he can split fast. And if he gives himself a bit of an advantage, could well be on for gold here. And Noah Jaffe going in 5. He's been quick. Good start for several of the swimmers, but straight into his stroke is Xu Haijiao, who likes to go out really quickly. There's Callum Simpson, who is taking a really early lead in this race. 8 lengths of the pool in the longest distance at the Paralympic Games for S8 swimmers. The 400-meter freestyle S8. And Simpson looking to settle early, but watch out for Nikolaev, Jaffe, Maxwell, Torres, Amadeo. Xu Haijiao as well is among the early front runners, but doesn't touch among the top 3 at the wall.
No, this is the 400-meter freestyle, and as you said, it's the longest race that we have at the Paralympics, and this is the Class S8 classification. So these swimmers, some of them have impairments in their arms, some of them have impairments in their legs. There's really a whole range of disabilities that you see. And Caleb Simpson still hanging on out in front, but I think Reed Maxwell, now they're going to start to turn. Now he's going to start to come up on him. He's about 0.4 behind.
Not much separating the top 3 at the moment in Simpson, Maxwell and Jaffe. Nikolaev has got himself into 4th position and is not too far back, and Amadeo is currently in 5th. with 104 through the opening 100 meters. Amadeo, though, starting to slip back, and you know, the other swimmers can't see Amadeo as well. He's in that blue cap, but he's at the top. He's in lane 2, and the bigger race seems to be happening on the other side of the pool. Caleb Simpson now slipping back. Maxwell has taken the lead. So Maxwell in front as of now, the teenage Canadian who finds himself going strong. Noah Jaffe is still very much in the mix at the moment. He's slipped back a little after that last 50. Amadeo is pushing forward now, and he's pushing the pace a little in this next 50 as they come back towards the wall at 200, which will be the halfway mark in the race. It's Nikolaev, Maxwell and Amadeo separated by lanes each, who touch within half a second effectively of one another at the wall at 200. And Maxwell is out. He's about a little under a second quicker than he was this morning, and he and Amadeo are about shoulder to shoulder. Now, when we talk about the 400, we said it's the longest race at the Paralympics, but it's not really considered a distance event. It's somewhere, it's not a sprint. I would say it's more mid-distance. So it's important that the swimmers don't take it too easy, because if you go out too slow during the first 200, it is impossible to come back the second 200. Amadeo is looking to take the lead. He knows that he doesn't have the closing speed of somebody like Maxwell or Amadeo. Jaffe comes now after a great turn, somebody who now trains at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. He's taken a year off college, where he's a biochemistry major at Cal Berkeley, just to prepare for Paris 2024, and he's looking to come back at Nikolaev here. But at the moment, it's Amadeo who is leading, and Maxwell looking to stay within striking distance of him. Right, now they're going to turn on for the final 100. The Italian is leading. He's out 3:16.99. This is the final 100. So if possible, the swimmers are going to start to lean into their legs. Their stroke rate's going to increase, and they're going to really turn on the kick. But Amadeo, he's on top of the water and seems to be powering through. Well, he's been well supported by the entire Italian swimming contingent here, and they are expecting something big from Amodeo, who is showing some really good closing speed in this penultimate 50. He's ahead of Maxwell. Nikolaev coming back at Jaffe, and he's making up ground now on both the front two. Amodeo turns first, nearly a second ahead of Maxwell. Nikolaev over 2 seconds back of the leader, but Maxwell, when he turns on the pace, is going to be difficult to challenge. Can he overcome the deficit? Watch out for the closing speed of Nikolaev as well, and Jaffe. Amodeo leads with 15 meters to go in the pool. Reid Maxwell is coming back at him. Nikolaev is coming back at both of them, and Jaffe might have left it a little too late. Maxwell is not going to close out here. In fact, he might finish third on the podium. It's going to be Amodeo for Italy. Maxwell holds on for silver. Nikolaev touches third. Jaffe just outside the medals, and Torres will touch fifth for USA. It's another Italian gold medal at Paris 2024, a 4:23.23. He built a lead, he would not relinquish it. A stunning, stunning finish and result for the European champion and world champion who took silver in Tokyo. He's now golden in Paris.
And there is a very happy Italian contingency sitting right here that you might hear celebrating this win.
If you hear chants and cheers through our microphones, I can tell you that Simone Barlab is only a matter of meters from us as he's jumping up and down and waving his arms in the air and screaming with delight.
Watch this swim. I mean, this was such a gutsy swim from the Italian, though. I certainly wasn't expecting him to go out this hard. First, you had the early lead taken on by Caleb Simpson from Australia. He set a blistering pace, but Amodeo matched him, and Maxwell out with them as well. I mean, we knew from this morning that Maxwell had it in him and that he was going to be tough to meet. But Amodeo and Simpson, these were the surprising ones. And then you see heading into the final 50, 100 meters, Amodeo really turned it on. He really leaned into his stroke. He just powered home despite a late charge from Maxwell, and Nikolaev also really turned it on at the end. And the American, Noah Jaffe, a little too late with that last-minute surge and just out of the medals.
That was a phenomenal way to hold on to the lead from Amodeo. Just built up that lead, which he tends to do in the earlier stages of the race, and through 200 found himself in front. And from there, would not be denied. Holding Maxwell at bay, holding Nikolaev at bay. As Maxwell, Nikolaev and Jaffe were closing fast. It's further success for Italy. A 10th gold medal in the pool at Paris 2024 for Italy. They're behind Great Britain and China only in the standings. Alberto Amodeo has gold in the 400 free S8 ahead of Reid Maxwell of Canada, and Andrei Nikolaev takes bronze. Jaffe and Torres 4th and 5th, while Simpson touches 6th for Australia. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter freestyle S12. The medalists, 2 from Ukraine and Azerbaijan's Raman Salai. The most successful swimmer from Azerbaijan. Two of these swimmers know precisely what it's like to be champion. The other is only just finding out. Evelyne Sirej will present the medals. She's president of Île-de-France Olympic Committee, and she's accompanied by the director of Games Services for Paris 2024, Aririos Karidakis.
Director of Games Services and Deputy Director of Operation, Paris 2024.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant l'Azerbaïdjan.
Bronze medalist representing Azerbaijan.
Raman Saleh is on the podium again, but unlike Tokyo, where he won gold, it is bronze. His first ever Paralympic Games bronze medal, having won 3 golds, 2 silvers. He now has bronze to complete his medal collection at the Paralympic Games. He touched in 53.65. He was 1/100th away from claiming silver, 1/100th of a second. The 2-time and reigning world champion, beaten into 3rd in a phenomenally tight race.
Silver medalist representing Ukraine, Maxime.
8 times he's been champion at the Paralympic Games. He's one of the legends of para-swimming. He's won 4 medals in this event over the years and has just claimed his 5th in just the men's 100-meter freestyle S12. After golds in Beijing and London, a bronze in Rio, silver in Tokyo, he has silver again. He touched in 53.64 to deny Raman Saleh silver by 1/100th of a second. It's his first medal at Paris 2024 for the 40-year-old.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Ukraine, Yaroslav Denisenko.
While both the other medalists are multiple Paralympic Games champions, this is a first ever gold medal for Yaroslav Denisenko, a man whose wife is Katerina Istomina, a Paralympic Games champion. She won the 100 fly S8 gold in Rio 2016. He's got some bragging rights in the family now, and it'll delight both his wife Katerina and their son. Yaroslav Denisenko is champion for the first time at the Paralympic Games. He's won the men's 100-meter freestyle S12 in 53.11.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able. The anthem of Ukraine.
Mesdames et messieurs, les médailles paralympiques.
It's a phenomenal 1-2 for Ukraine in the men's 100-meter freestyle S12. Confirming the medalists, Raman Saleh takes bronze, Maxim Veraksa has silver, and Yaroslav Denisenko has gold.
now the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter freestyle class S12.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 100 mètres nage libre femme S12.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for women's 100-meter freestyle S12.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Madame Satoko Toriyama, directeur général de Bridgestone.
General Manager of Bridgestone.
The medals will be presented by Satoko Toriyama, the general manager of Bridgestone.
Patrick Weiten, vice-président de l'Assemblée des départements de France, référent sport, Jeux olympiques et paralympiques.
Vice President of the French Department in charge of sports and Olympic and Paralympic Games.
And she'll be accompanied by Patrick Whiteton.
Médaille de bronze, représentant le Japon.
Bronze medalist representing Japan, Ayano Tsuchiyoshi.
Bronze medalist representing Japan, Ayano Tsuchiyoshi.
Silver medalist representing Ukraine, Anna Stetsenko.
The silver medalist representing Ukraine, Anna Stetsenko.
Médaille d'or et championnat paralympique, représentant le Brésil.
And the gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Brazil, Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne du Brésil.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Brazil.
And here are the medalists for the women's 100-meter freestyle class S12. Ayano Tsuchiyoshi from Japan with the bronze, Anna Stitsenko with the silver from Ukraine, and Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago from Brazil with the gold.
This is the final of the women's 400-meter freestyle S8. Lakeisha Patterson is the world record holder, 4:40.33. She's since been classed up to an S9. The finalists include one of the all-time greats of paraswimming, Jessica Long, who goes in lane 4, the quickest to qualify. 2 from Great Britain, Alice Ty and Brock Whiston. Xenia Francesca Palazzo of Italy is the reigning world champion. Ella Jones of Australia, Zheng Tingting of China, Naya Thudair of Spain, and Vendula Dushkova go as well. A significant race for a few in this race. And for Jessica Long, after missing out on a podium place in the IM, which is arguably her best event, this is her gold medal hope at Paris 2024. So let's meet the finalists. Going for Czechia in lane 8. 6th in Tokyo was Vendula Dushkova, the 26-year-old 2017 World Championships bronze medalist, 5th at the European Championships. Going for Great Britain in lane 1 is Brock Whiston, the 27-year-old 200 IN gold medalist and 100-meter breaststroke silver medalist here. 8th in the 400-meter freestyle S9 in Manchester before being classed down to an S8. Naya Thudair is a swimmer who finished 4th in Tokyo for Spain as a teenager, now 20. Silver at the last World Championships after a bronze in 2022. The bronze medalist in Tokyo is the reigning European champion and world champion. Xenia Francesca Palazzo goes for Italy in lane 2. Great Britain's Alice Ty goes in lane 6, the 25-year-old who's already claimed 100-meter backstroke gold here, 200 IM bronze. The 2019 world champion swam a 4:56 in Sheffield in July. Ella Jones goes for Australia in lane 3, 4th at the last World Championships, but qualified 3rd quickest for this final. Zheng Tingting goes for People's Republic of China in lane 5, the 21-year-old who won gold at the Asian Para Games in Hangzhou. The gold medalist in Athens, in Beijing and in London before silver medals in both Rio and Tokyo. Jessica Long goes in lane 4, the 32-year-old, one of the legends of para swimming. 5-time world champion. She's a 4:42 swimmer in this event. She went 4:53 very comfortably in the heats, nearly 10 seconds quicker than anybody else. But if she's on her times and feeling good, Jessica Long will be very difficult to beat, but there are a few who can challenge her in this race, certainly.
I think Alice Ty is someone to watch. She had a phenomenal 100 backstroke, and we saw how quick she was during the front half of the IM. She will have to go a best time, though, if she wants to challenge someone like Jessica Long. Brock Whiston, another one to watch. And, of course, Zheng Tingting from the People's Republic of China. She was quick this morning. She went 5:02.27 with a PB.
Jessica Long seeking a milestone 30th Paralympic Games medal. She goes in lane 4.
Your marks.
So starting from in the water is Chateau from People's Republic of China. The other swimmers on the blocks, and into the water they go. And Palazzo, the European and world champion, going out relatively hard alongside her, Ella Jones of Australia, going in 3. Jessica Long, though, once she gets into her stroke, is very tough to catch. She doesn't get much off the wall, she doesn't get much off the blocks, but when she is in her stroke, Jessica Long is virtually peerless. But there is going to be a challenge from the likes of Jones, Palazzo as well.
Yep, and here we already see going out during the first 50, you can see Long doesn't get anything off the walls because of her impairment. Right there, you see Ella Jones. She took it from Long. Even though Long approaches the wall first, she's not first coming out of the turn. But that means that every single 50 of this 400, and there's 8 of them, she has to build back up into it because she loses a ton of momentum at every single wall. But that's okay, because Jessica Long knows how to swim this race.
Here comes Alice Tai. Alice Tai is showing a little impetus. Suddenly she finds herself charging towards the wall, maybe going to touch first. It's Long and Tai who are separated by 0.12 of a second. Jones a little way back now, and Tai turns well. Now bear in mind, she laid down a 4:56 in Sheffield in July at the British Summer Nationals. She's capable of going quick in this distance. Jessica Long, though, is a 4:42 swimmer at her best and went very comfortably 4:53 in the qualifiers.
Right, they're out faster than they were this morning, and Alice Tai is going to have the advantages on each of the walls, which we see. But Long, a very experienced swimmer in this race. Now, we did see Long in Tokyo. She was ahead for about 350 meters. Then she got out-touched by Morgan Stickney. And something like that stings. You know you don't want that to happen again. But look at Alice Tai, a little bit ahead of Long right there as we approach the end of the first 200.
Well, you speak about experience. Nobody in the pool has more than Jessica Long, who's been competing at the Paralympic Games now for 20 years. She made her debut as a 12-year-old in Athens, winning 3 gold medals in the pool, including in this event. She knows how to win titles, and she is a 29-time Paralympic Games medalist, 5 times in this event. Tai comes to the wall at the 200 to touch in 2:21.77. That's a quick time ahead of Long. Long's been left with a fair amount of work to do. Palazzo is coming back at Jones, who had herself in 3rd. And Palazzo is looking to make a move in this 5th 50 of 8. The longest distance these swimmers will compete in at the Paralympic Games.
There does really seem to be a battle going on for bronze. You have Jones from Australia, Palazzo from Italy, Brock Whiston hanging in there from Great Britain, and of course Zhang Tingting from the People's Republic of China. But watch at the top, you see Alice Tai flipping just ahead of Jessica Long, and that approach won't work for Jess because she doesn't get anything off the turns. That means she has to attack every wall and go in first if she wants to keep up with someone like Alice Tai.
She's got speed, though, does Jessica Long, once she's in her stroke, so very technically proficient. You've spoken about the textbook ability that she has in the pool. She's got that high elbow, the low breath. She's excellent in the stroke. Alice Tai, though, so very competent as well, and looking to prove her credentials as a 400-meter freestyler here, is holding off Long for the time being as they come towards the wall at the 300. It's Palazzo, though, who's got herself now into a fairly comfortable position with 3rd ahead of Ella Jones of Australia.
And Tai and Long just basically flipping together. Tai with the slight lead. Here comes Jess, though. She's going to try and charge this last 100. And if she wants to take down someone like Alice Tai, she needs to go into this final 50 turn ahead of her, because Tai is going to have the advantage off that wall. But watch the two of them go right now. Long maybe with a little bit of a lead here, approaching the 350.
And she's going to need that lead because Tai is going to have the better of the turn. Jessica Long, born in an orphanage to a teenage mother, had both legs amputated below the knee after being born with fibular hemimelia. She was adopted by an American family, and sport has been such a key part of her life for over 20 years now, having made her Paralympic Games debut in Athens as a 12-year-old, now 32. She's seeking her first gold in Paris and it might well be on here. Alice Tai just can't match the speed of Jessica Long in the stroke. 15 meters to go in the pool. Palazzo is holding on to the bronze medal position. Alice Tai is going to secure a superb silver here for Great Britain, but it is Jessica Long who claims her milestone 30th Paralympic Games medal in this event, and it's gold once again in the women's 400 free. Her fourth gold in this event in 6 editions. Tai takes a superb silver, and Palazzo might just get beaten to the wall. No, Zheng Tingting was closing so very quickly. Palazzo holds on, the world and European champion, for a place on the podium, but Jessica Long, the relief, it's finally come. She missed out on a podium place in the IM, which was expected to be her 30th Paralympic Games medal. But Jessica Long, gold in the 400 free S8. Yes, everybody's finished now, Jessica. You can go across the lane and congratulate Alice Tai. There is an embrace between two great swimmers. "12 years after her last gold in this event, Jessica Long is champion again in the women's 400 free S8. And she couldn't have done it any better.
No, Jess swam a really smart race here. You see her go off the blocks. She uses the towel to make sure that the surface doesn't rub her too much. She doesn't get much off of the start, but she swam smart. And this was good because Alice Tai, the Australian as well, they all went out quicker, and Jess doesn't have the speed off the wall. She doesn't have the speed off the start, but what she did is during the second 200 of the 400, she made sure at the very end that she went into the wall ahead of Alice Tai, because Tai has the advantage on the wall. And here they are right at the end. Jess, she went into that final 350 turn ahead of Tai and then had the speed to hold her off at the end. And she finishes well ahead of Tai, almost 4 seconds after being behind her for so long. She went 4:48.74, which is a huge drop from her time during prelims. Alice Tai, 4:52.24, and Palazzo going 5:00.13 for the bronze.
That's a phenomenal result for Jessica Long. Remarkable. 17 gold medals at the Paralympic Games. And it's her first medal of Paris 2024. And it means so much to Jessica Long. 30 Paralympic Games medals. That puts her in the pantheon of greats. Jessica Long takes gold in the women's 400 free S8 ahead of Alice Tai, with Xenia Francesco Palazzo, the world champion, touching just outside 5 minutes, only 0.12 of a second ahead of Zheng Tingting of China, who misses out on the podium place. So too Brock Whiston, very close to being on the podium. We still have several intriguing finals for you to enjoy, including the mixed 4x100 freestyle relay, 49 points, which will conclude the action in the pool this session. There are victory ceremonies to come as well. Capacity crowds have come to enjoy the action at the La Défense Arena throughout this competition. The final sessions, sold-out affairs, 14,000 people gathered to enjoy the action. There's been much excitement. Veteran with gold. We've seen Paralympic records from Nicholas Bennett, who started the session with a fantastic victory. Maria Gomes Santiago taking another milestone with her gold in the 100 free. She claimed the 50 and 100 freestyle double yet again after doing so in Tokyo. This is the final now of the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB2. Wang Wenpan is the world record holder, 50.65, set in Rio in 2016. There are 8 competitors who go, 3 from Mexico, including Christopher Tronco, Arnulfo Castorena and Marcos Zarate. Well, let's introduce the finalists to you.
Please welcome the athlete to the men's 50 meters breaststroke SB2 final.
Going in lane 8 at his 4th Paralympic Games, the 51-year-old Chateau in his first ever Paralympic Games final. 8th at the World Championships last year. He's a mouth and foot painting artist, as well as an elite swimmer. 6th in Tokyo was Ioannis Christakis. Now, the 52-year-old 2013 world champion was initially disqualified in the heats, later reinstated. He was 4th at the European Championships. I remember when he won 100 free bronze in front of his home fans in Athens. That was 20 years ago. Marcos Zarate goes for Mexico in lane 7, the 24-year-old, 6th at the last World Championships. He won bronze at the Pan American Games. Going for Mexico in lane 2 is Christopher Tronco, the 4-time finalist. Twice he has finished 4th. The 38-year-old won silver at the last World Championships. He won silver at the last Pan American Games. He's never won a Paralympic Games medal. Emanuele Marigliano goes in lane 6 for Italy, the 28-year-old bronze medalist at the 2023 World Championships. He was 5th in Tokyo. He won silver at the European Championships. Here is a much improved swimmer over the last year. He's only 13, is Bosnia and Herzegovina's only competitor in the pool at Paris 2024. Ismail Barlov, he goes in 3. 5th at the World Championships in 108, but he swam 101 to win the European Championships in April. Tokyo silver medalist is Grant Patterson, who qualified 2nd quickest, goes for Australia in lane 5. He won bronze in the 150 IM here. 2-time World Championship silver medalist, 3rd at the European Championships. But the favourite won gold in Sydney, he won gold in Athens, he won gold in Tokyo. Arnulfo Castorena, at the age of 46, 6-time and reigning world champion, the Pan American Games champion. But more importantly to him, proud husband of Concepcion and proud father of 7. He goes in lane 4 as the favourite. A tireless competitor and one of para-swimming's greatest ambassadors. Grant Patterson will challenge the Mexican domination. So too will Marigliano and Barlov. Kosri in his first Paralympic Games final ever. It's a massive achievement for the 51-year-old Thai. There is the 13-year-old Barlov, who goes in 3. Ioannis Christakis goes for Greece as well in lane 1. Former General Secretary of the Hellenic Paralympic Association, Christopher Tronco. This is his 22nd event at the Paralympic Games across 6 editions, and it's his last event in Paris. He's never before reached the podium. Can he change that with success here? This is the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB2 final. Castorena gets away well. He starts on the blocks. Several of the competitors in the water in this SB2 classification. These are swimmers with very severe physical impairments. At the moment, it is Grant Patterson and Castorena and Barlov who are looking to lead the way. Barlov is setting a decent pace in the opening meters here, but it is Castorena who, once he gets into his stroke, will challenge. Now Tronco, is he going to be able to hold on to a podium place? He's got himself into 2nd or 3rd at the moment, and he's really pushing the pace through 25 meters.
right? But Tronco, he's got a great start, but this is where he typically starts to fade. If he wants a shot at a medal, he needs to hang in there with the others. Castorena out in front as expected.
Now Patterson has good closing speed. Can he challenge Tronco and Barlow for a silver medal potentially? Arnolfo Castorena, though, who won gold in Tokyo 17 years after his second title in Athens, now aiming to win gold 24 years after first being crowned Paralympic Games champion at Sydney. He takes gold again for Mexico. It's going to be Barlow for a silver, and Patterson denies Tronco his first ever podium place at the Paralympic Games. Barlow with a sensational 102.74 to take silver at just 13, but Arnolfo Castorena, a man who has overcome adversity with dignity and achieved immortality in his chosen sport. Gold medal yet again, for the fourth time in this race at the Paralympic Games. Patterson with a brilliant finish, a 104.54. He's got further bronze at Paris 2024.
And Patterson really came from behind there. You can see he uses that strap to start. He doesn't get out to the speed that Castorena does. And Castorena, I mean, he literally pulls the entire way using just that right arm, the entire 50. And then look at this closing speed of Patterson coming from behind, touches out touches out Tronco in a heartbreaking finish for Tronco, still off the medal stand. But Patterson, 104.54 to claim the bronze. And Barlow, 102.74 with the silver. That's an amazing swim.
He's still only 13. There is much to come for the young star from Bosnia and Herzegovina, the European champion, but he could not beat the great Arnolfo Castorena, who has gold again. Castorena takes gold in the men's 50-meter breaststroke SP2 final ahead of Ismail Barlow of Bosnia and Herzegovina, who have their first medal in the pool at Paris 2024. Grant Patterson has his second bronze in 104.54. He's on the podium in the breaststroke event, denying Tronco a place on the podium. Marigliano 5th and Zarate finishes 6th. Kostakis and Kausri 7th and 8th. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 200-meter individual medley SM14.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 200 mètres 4 nages hommes SM14.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 200 meters individual medley SM14.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
The medalists making their way out to the podium from Canada, from Great Britain, and from Australia.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Miguel Sagara, membre de l'Ordre paralympique.
member of the Paralympic Order.
Miguel Sagara, member of the Paralympic Order, will present the medals, and he is accompanied by head of World Para Swimming, Craig Nicholson.
Responsable de World Para Swimming.
Head of World Para Swimming.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant l'Australie.
Bronze medalist, representing Australia, Ricky Baker.
He's previously been on the podium in relays, but he's never won individual medal at the Paralympic Games. He's changed that now. Ricky Baker, who took the race out hard, had a superb opening 100 with his fly and with his back. He was managed to close really strong with a great free. The Australian has his second Paralympic Games medal. It's bronze in the 200 IMS and 14.
Silver medalist representing Great Britain, Rhys Darby.
The 17-year-old at his Paralympic Games debut won relay gold and now has individual silver. While Beto had a really strong opening 100, Darby had a particularly strong closing 100. His breaststroke and his freestyle were excellent. And touched in 2:08.61, 0.08 of a second quicker than the Australian to earn silver.
Médaillé d'or et champion paralympique représentant le Canada.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Canada, Nicholas Bennett.
He did not make the podium in his first appearance at the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, but in 3 events, he's been on the podium 3 times in Paris. Silver in the 200 free, gold in the 100 breaststroke, and gold again in the men's 200-meter individual medley SM14 in Paralympic Games record time 2:06.05. He came within 0.08 of a second of breaking his own world record in this final. Nicholas Bennett of Canada is your champion.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne du Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Canada.
He's a popular champion. He's also a multiple champion at the Paralympic Games. Canada have 2 gold medals. Nicholas Bennett has them both. Ricky Bettard takes bronze for Australia. Great Britain's Rhys Darby has silver. Nicholas Bennett is champion in the men's 200-meter individual medley SM14.
And now the victory ceremony for the women's 200-meter individual medley class SM14.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 200 mètres 4 nage femmes SM14.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's 200 meters individual medley SM14.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Craig Nicholson, responsable de World Paraswimming.
Head of World Paraswimming.
The medals are presented by Mr. Craig Nicholson, the head of World Paraswimming.
Accompagné par
Accompanied by
Madame Evelyne Siriegi, présidente du comité régional olympique sportif Île-de-France.
And he's accompanied by Evelyn Siriegi.
Médaille de bronze, représentant le Japon.
bronze medalist representing Japan, Aida Kinoshita.
The bronze medalist representing Japan is Kinoshita Aira.
Silver medalist representing Great Britain, Poppy Maskill.
And the silver medalist representing Great Britain is Poppy Maskill.
Médaille d'or et championne paralympique, athlète paralympique neutre.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, neutral Paralympic athlete, Valeria Shabalina.
And the gold medalist and Paralympic champion goes to neutral Paralympic athlete Valeria Shabalina.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne paralympique.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the Paralympic anthem.
are the Paralympic medalists for the women's 200-meter individual medley class SM14. Winning the bronze is Kinoshita Aira from Japan. The silver is Poppy Maskell from Great Britain. And neutral Paralympic athlete Valeria Shabalina winning the gold.
This is the final of the women's 50-meter breaststroke SB3. Chung Zhao, the world record holder at 52.65. Monica Boggioni, though, has set a Paralympic Games record in the heats, just a second off Chung Zhao's world mark. The finals feature two from Mexico, including the legendary Patricia Palais, 7-time World Championship medalist, 11-time Paralympic Games medalist, who will go alongside Nelly Miranda of Mexico as well. But we have Monica Boggioni, quickest to qualify with that Paralympic Games record going in lane 4. Two from Brazil as well, including Lidia Vieira da Cruz and Patricia Pereira dos Santos. And Marta Fernandez, the defending champion from Spain, going in lane 3 for this final as well. Now, Leanne Smith of the USA has withdrawn from the final after qualifying, so first reserve Zoya Shurova will swim in the final. As things stand, Great Britain top the medal standings with 14 gold medals ahead of People's Republic of China, who've got 12, and Italy are up to 10 gold medals in the pool, courtesy of Amadeo's success in the 400 free. USA fourth with 7, Brazil 6. Ukraine, though, have the highest number of medals along with China, 30 in total in today's 7 of the para swimming competition of Paris 2024. Let's meet the finalists in the women's 50-meter breaststroke SB3 final. Going in lane 8, 23-year-old Zoya Shurova, the neutral Paralympic athlete who picked up silver in the 50 backstroke here. Someone who studied journalism and is a vlogger. Sydney and Rio bronze medalist is Patricia Palais. She goes in lane 1 for Mexico, now 55. 7-time World Championship medalist, 4th at the Pan American Games, 11 times a Paralympic Games medalist. Tokyo bronze medalist at nearly 50 was Nelly Miranda. The swimmer from Veracruz, 3 years later as a 52-year-old, comes into this final as the Pan American Games silver medalist. Going for Brazil is the ever-smiling 25-year-old Lidia Vieira da Cruz. 150 IM and relay bronze so far at her debut Paralympic Games. She won bronze at the Pan American Games as well. Marina Verbova goes for Ukraine in lane 6. He was 6th in Tokyo, the 2019 World Championship silver medalist, 4th at the European Championships. The defending champion goes in lane 3, Marta Fernandez of Spain, the 30-year-old 2022 World Championship silver medalist, bronze last year in Manchester, European Championship silver. Going for Brazil in lane 5, 5th in Rio, 4th in Tokyo. Is there a podium place for Patricia Pereira dos Santos, the 46-year-old Pan American Games champion and World Championship bronze medalist 2 years ago? But Monica Boggioni with that Paralympic Games record in the heats. She's won bronzes in the 100 and 200 freestyle here already. She was 6th in the SB4 classification in Tokyo. She's the reigning European and world champion and goes in lane 4. Somebody with a master's degree in medical biotechnology with a 53.70 in the heats. That is some time laid down by Boggioni.
And there isn't really anybody else in this heat who can touch a time like 53.7 from Boggioni. You have Dos Santos with 58.8 from the prelims, and also Fernandez, who is quick with 59.3, but none of them really have that speed of the Italian.
For Pereira Dos Santos, the 46-year-old, she's never won an individual Paralympic Games medal. This is her best event. 3 times a relay medalist at the Paralympic Games, 2 bronzes and a silver. A silver from Rio in front of home fans.
Take your marks.
This one is starting from in the water in this women's 50-meter breaststroke SB3 final, and Monica Boggioni will be looking to capitalize on her impressive performance in the heats with another impressive performance in the final. Pereira's going well, so too Lidia Vieira da Cruz, who has a tradition of starting really strong. At the moment, it's the Italian just ahead of the 2 Brazilians, Vieira da Cruz and Pereira dos Santos, with Marta Fernandez looking to make up ground now. She's currently 4th, a little way out of the medals, Verbova and Miranda.
Now, this is the 50 breaststroke. This is class SB3. So right now, as you see, all of these swimmers, they're entirely on their arms. And what they do is they don't breathe every stroke, and that allows them to stroke faster. But that also means at the end of the lap, they are really running out of oxygen, and they're starting to tighten up. Here comes Boggioni, though, right on the record.
Monica Boggioni of Italy is going to claim a 2nd gold medal for Italy in the session. It's a fine silver medal for Pereira dos Santos of Brazil, and the defending champion touches for bronze, Fernandez of Spain. A Paralympic Games record for Boggioni, 53.25 for the Italian. Takes nearly half a second off her Paralympic Games record she set in the heats, and edges ever closer to that world record of Changzhou. But Fernandez, a good bronze. She had to go past Vieira da Cruz and had to hold off Verbova. She did both.
And all the swimmers start here in the water. You mentioned that Lidia Vieira da Cruz from Brazil, she went out for that early lead, as she always does. Boggioni doesn't really get anything off the start. She does the underwater pull-out and immediately starts into her stroke. Here she is. She has to keep the head above the surface. This is a great underwater shot here. You can see all the way that the different swimmers are using their arms. It's so important to get your arms around as quick as possible because there's nothing coming up behind you, and then finishes nice 2-hand touch with a 53.25 and a new Paralympic record.
Pereira dos Santos claiming a silver. It's her first individual Paralympic Games medal, and that will delight the Brazilian. But there is absolute delight for Boggioni. Not only has she got the Paralympic Games record, she's got her first gold at the Paralympic Games ever. 5 bronzes previously. She's champion in Paralympic Games record time, ahead of Patricia Pereira dos Santos, who takes silver, and Marta Fernandez, the defending champion, has bronze. This is the final of the men's 50-meter freestyle S7. Andrei Trusov this his opportunity, the world record holder, to claim his first gold in Paris. He'll go with the Paralympic Games record. He'll go as the world record holder, and he'll go in the favoured lane 4 as the defending champion. The start list features 3 from Ukraine, a neutral Paralympic athlete, a Colombian legend, South Africa, Italy and Singapore represented in the final as well. DJ's got the crowd alive. And has got Deb Gruen alive as well here. I'm not going to try to describe what is going on next to me. Suffices to say, though, Deb is enjoying herself. And it must be because of the session. Incredible session we've seen so far. Put Johnny with that great Paralympic Games record a moment ago. Well, we've got several athletes from Mexico sitting not too far to our right as well, and they are loving what the DJ is putting down. Maybe Tronco snuck onto the decks and playing a little bit of music. Let's introduce the finalists, though, in the men's 50-meter freestyle S7. Going for Singapore in lane 8 is Toh Sung, the 25-year-old, 7th at the World Championships last year. He won the gold medal at the Asian Para Games in Hangzhou. Silver at the 2022 Commonwealth Games as well for the man who finished 7th in Tokyo and former fashion magazine editor. Christian Sadi goes for South Africa in lane 1. The 26-year-old World Championship silver medalist in 2017, Commonwealth Games bronze in 2022. He'll look to go sub 29 seconds. Federico Picelli goes for Italy in lane 7. The 25-year-old bronze in 2022, 4th in 2023 at the World Championships, 4th at the European Championships as well. Yevgeny Bogodaiko, Tokyo bronze after Rio silver for the Ukrainian, who goes in 2. 30-year-old, 16-time Paralympic Games medalist, 6-time champion, 3 times World Championship medalist. Igor Efrosinin goes in lane 6. He was 4th in Tokyo, 7th at the European Championships, somewhat off his best time. Tokyo silver medalist after bronze in Rio, Carlos Serrano goes in lane 3. The Parapan American Games gold medalist, 4-time World Championships medalist, bronze in the 100 breaststroke here already. Yuri Shenur goes in lane 5, the 21-year-old with 100 backstroke gold here to claim his first Paralympic Games medal. 2023 World Championships bronze medalist and bronze at the European Champs as well. But the defending champion is 24-year-old Andrei Trusov of Ukraine. He is the European champion. He is the 3-time and reigning world champion. He is the world record holder from his 2019 World Championships victory in London. He set a Paralympic Games record in the heats. Can he set a new world record on his way to a first gold in Paris 2024?
He has been searching for that gold, and every one of his swims just a little bit more disappointing than the next. So you know he's hungry for the gold medal in this. He holds the world record. On paper, nobody should be able to touch him, but that's, of course, on paper.
So Trusov, that's Bogodaiko, but Trusov is swimming in his 5th final in Paris. He's got 3 silvers so far. He's a 9-time Paralympic Games medalist. Got silver in his best event, but he longs to defend this title in Paris. All the Tokyo medalists return for the 50-meter freestyle S7 final. A good start is imperative. This is the men's 50-meter freestyle S7 final. It's a very good start for the world record holder and defending champion Trusov, who goes in 4 and is into his stroke really quickly. Looking to match him for pace in the early stages is Sadi of South Africa, but he's already starting to fall a little behind now as Serrano looks to come back at both. Shenur is looking really strong, but it is Serrano who's got himself just in 2nd. Shenur and Efrosinin can both close quickly. It's Trusov who is leading and by a mammoth margin. Watch the clock. Trusov is going to claim gold in world record time, 26:38, ahead of Serrano of Colombia, with Efrosinin on the podium with bronze. There is relief for Andrei Trusov, seeking that first gold in Paris after being a multiple champion in Tokyo. He beats Serrano in the final of the men's 50 free S7, with Efrosinin on the podium with 28:02, but at 26:38. He didn't just break his world record, he absolutely obliterated it. Nearly a second quicker. He's the first swimmer to go sub 27 seconds over the 50 free.
And
in this class.
My goodness, I'm just looking at this start. Trusov just exploded, and he's not known typically for his starts, but that's what he did. He exploded. He was so hungry. He's had so many disappointing swims here, and look at him just like going for it during the 50. He was ahead of the world record. It's on like his torso, and he finishes in 26.38, smashing that world record.
That is phenomenal. You're right, he doesn't generally get off to the best of starts, but his reaction time was superb. And Serrano, just over a second back at 27.60 is a quick time for the Colombian, who didn't medal in one of his favorite events, the 200 IM, and then picked up 100 breaststroke bronze. He's got silver now in his 9th Paralympic Games medal. Trusov has 10 Paralympic Games medals, but it's his first gold in Paris to go with the 3 silvers he's won so far. Trusov in world record time, 26.38, takes gold ahead of Carlos Serrano of Colombia. Igor Efrosinin with bronze, out touching Schenher by 0.05 of a second for that last spot on the podium.
And now the victory ceremony for the men's 400-meter freestyle class S8.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 400 mètres nage libre homme S8.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 400 meters freestyle S8.
Veuillez accueillir les...
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Paul Debilly, Directeur Général à France.
The medals will be presented by Paul DeBilly,
Accompagné par Monsieur Craig Nicholson, responsable de World Para Swimming.
Head of World Para Swimming.
accompanied by Craig Nicholson.
Médaille de bronze, athlète paralympique neutre.
Bronze medalist, neutral Paralympic athlete, André Nicolaev.
The bronze medal goes to neutral Paralympic athlete Andrei Nikolaev.
Médaille d'argent, représentant le Canada.
Silver medalist, representing Canada, Reed Maxwell.
Silver medalist representing Canada is Reed Maxwell.
Médaille d'or, champion paralympique, représentant l'Italie.
Gold medalist,
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Italy, Alberto Amodeo.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de l'Italie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Italy.
And here are the Paralympic medalists for the men's 400-meter freestyle class S8. The bronze medal, a neutral Paralympic athlete, Andrei Nikolaev. The silver medal from Canada, Reed Maxwell. And the gold medal from Italy, Alberto Amodeo.
This is the victory ceremony for the women's 400-meter freestyle S8.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 400 mètres nage libre femme S8.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's 400 meters freestyle S8.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
The medalists making their way out. Italy, Great Britain and USA represented on the podium. Between just 3 swimmers, they have 40 Paralympic Games medals.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Madame Delphine Ernotte-Kunci, présidente de
Delphine Ernotte-Kunci,
des radios-télévisions.
President of UER and France Televisions, will present the medals. And she is accompanied by Managing Director of IPC Media Rights, John Lisco.
Directeur général des droits médiatiques mondiaux, de l'IPC.
Managing Director, IPC Global Media Rights.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant l'Italie.
Bronze medalist, representing Italy, Xenia Francesca Palazzo.
Xenia Francesca Palazzo of Italy, the European and world champion, is bronze medalist at the Paralympic Games for the second time in this event. And she needed to make up on some serious ground on swimmers ahead of her, including Cheng Ting and Ella Jones of China and Australia, respectively. She swam just outside 5 minutes, posting 5 minutes, 0.13 seconds to claim her 5th Paralympic Games medal.
Médaillé d'argent, représentant la Grande-Bretagne.
Silver medalist, representing Great Britain, Alice Tai.
Great Britain's Alice Tai. In her Paralympic Games career, she's collected 2 bronzes and 2 golds. One of them in the 100 backstroke here. She has her first silver now, as she swam to a fantastic 4:52.24, taking the race to one of the all-time para-swimming greats, and only just falling away in the closing stages, unable to match the pace of the eventual champion. A 4:52 is a wonderful time, and Alice Tai can be incredibly proud of this silver medal winning performance.
Médaille d'or et championne paralympique, représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing United States of America, Jessica Long.
Jessica Long is Paralympic Games champion for a 17th time. In her 37 Paralympic Games finals over the years, this is her 17th gold, to go with 8 silvers and 5 bronze. She becomes one of a handful of athletes who have claimed 30 Paralympic Games medals. "25 of these medals in individual events since making her debut as a 12-year-old in Athens 20 years ago. Champion in the women's 400-meter freestyle S8 for the 4th time in her career is Jessica Long of USA.
Veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne des États-Unis d'Amérique.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the United States of America.
medalists in the women's 400-meter freestyle S8. Senior Francesco Palazzo with bronze for Italy. Alice Tai of Great Britain has silver, and Jessica Long of USA, for a 17th time in her career, is Paralympic Games champion. Well, that is that milestone 30th Paralympic Games medal for Jessica Long. We've still got 3 events to enjoy the finals of, 2 upcoming, a handful of victory ceremonies in between, and then a mixed 4x100 freestyle relay, 49 points to enjoy. But Jessica Long is soaking it all in. It's her first medal at Paris 2024, having missed out on the IM, which she was widely fancied to claim a medal in at least. Touched 4th. Swimming off her time perhaps in the IM, but she was on point for the 400. This is the final of the women's 100-meter freestyle S7. The great Jacqueline Freni, who won 8 golds at London 2012. One of those is a world record in this event. 1:08.03 still stands. Giulia Terzi, the Paralympic Games record holder, will go in this race. She goes in 6th for Italy. But 3 Americans who go in the center lanes. They were the 3 quickest to qualify. USA may be seeking a sweep in this event, but they will have very strong competition from, amongst others, S6 swimmer Jiang Yuyan, who is one of 2 S6 swimmers in this race. There are 2 S6 swimmers in the final, swimming a class up, and it's not unthinkable that they both could medal, in fact. It's a strong lineup in the women's 100-meter freestyle S7. All 3 of the Tokyo medalists are back for this final. It's going in lane 8 for Colombia's 17-year-old Sara Vargas, the Parapan American Games gold medalist. She beat Mackenzie Cohen with a 1:11 to win the title in Santiago. Tess Ratliff of Canada goes in lane 1, the 25-year-old. 200 IM silver here, the 2023 World Championships bronze medalist, back after fracturing a vertebra in her back that forced her to miss Tokyo. Chloe Osborne goes in lane 7 for Australia. The 20-year-old won the 2024 European Open Championships in April in 1:12. She coaches, she works as a photographer. Going in lane 2 is Jiang Yuyan, the 19-year-old Tokyo bronze medalist, reigning S6 world champion, 1 S7, swimming up a class at the Asian Para Games. Tokyo gold medalist at her 2nd Paralympic Games, Giulia Terzi, the 29-year-old Italian, goes in lane 6, the 400 free, bronze medalist here already. She's never failed to medal in any event at the Paralympic Games. Rio gold medalist, Tokyo silver medalist is Mackenzie Cohen of USA, who goes in 3. The 28-year-old won 400 freestyle silver here already, 3-time world champion. Ellie Marks is an S6 swimmer, swims a class up, the 34-year-old 50-meter freestyle silver in S6 among her 3 medals here. But going in lane 4 is 27-year-old reigning world champion after being classed down from S8 after the 2022 World Championships, Morgan Stickney. She won gold already in the 400-meter freestyle here. Stickney with a 1:10.35. Ellie Marks with a 1:10.98, setting a Paralympic Games record in the heats. But Jiang, who goes in lane 2, is the world record holder in the S6 classification and bronze medalist from Tokyo. I mentioned there might be a potential sweep for USA, but my word, there are challenges to come from everywhere in the pool.
Yeah, and if there was a sweep, that means Ellie Marks, who's a 6, would have to medal along with the other 7s because the medals are awarded on a combined basis. So fastest time, but a 6 could still set a world record or Paralympic record.
Going in lane 8, closest to your screen, is Sara Vargas, the youngest ever Colombian to win a Pan American Games medal. She was 12 when she won 4 golds and a silver in Lima in 2019.
Take your marks. Relax.
Osborne starting from inside the water. The final of the women's 100-meter freestyle S7.
Take your marks.
Getting away brilliantly is Routliffe for Canada in lane 1. A phenomenal reaction time from Routliffe. But already up alongside her is Jung Yu-Yun, the 19-year-old, who's just absolutely flying through the water at the moment. Vargas is going really strong for Colombia in lane 8. But Ellie Marks looks strong in 5. Stickney a little way back at the moment in lane 4. Jung Yu-Yun looks to be taking this particularly hard over the opening 50, the S6 swimmer.
And Morgan Stickney doesn't really get anything off the block. She also doesn't get a ton off the turns. So it's important that she attacks the wall because she's going to lose the momentum. And here again, pushing off, but she's definitely not out in front. But watch her back half. That's where she's going to come back.
And this is where Julia Terzi is looking to make a push as well, going in lane 6. Bear in mind, it's remarkable. Terzi's even swimming in Paris, given that she only gave birth to her son Eduardo in February. At the moment, it is Jung Yu-Yun leading by a commanding, well, I say that, but Stickney's absolutely flying.
Yeah, she's crushing the end.
Terzi is coming back with Stickney as well. Can Jung hold on, the S6 swimmer? This would be a remarkable goal. Swimming upper class, Jung takes it in 109.68 ahead of Stickney with Terzi on the podium again. She's never failed to medal in a Paralympic Games event. And she's on the podium again. Jung is now a 6-time Paralympic Games champion, and she's still a teenager. 4 golds in Paris, and she's won this gold, swimming a class up. Stickney with silver for USA. That's a world record in the S6 classification. 109.68. Phenomenal effort, extraordinary athlete. And China's first gold of this session.
I can't believe this. This was a huge upset for the United States, who were potentially looking to sweep the medals here. Ellie Marks out quick, Mackenzie Cohen out quick, but Jung had this phenomenal start. She uses the underwater. Here's her left arm just flying through. She's first at the 50. And she looked to be almost a body length ahead, but then came Stickney right at the end. That's a major charge from Stickney. And how about this finish from Terzi? Wow.
Terzi is a phenomenal swimmer, and he's on the podium again, this time with bronze in a 110.43. But this is the finish. Marks finishes as an S6 swimmer 4th. Terzi on the podium with a 110.43 for bronze, 110.11 for Morgan Stickney with silver. But Jung Yu-Yun, an S6 swimmer, swims a world record 109.68 in her classification to take gold.
And don't forget that Ellie Marks set the Paralympic record during prelims. So Jung broke Ellie Marks' record and then went on to set a world record in the process.
This is the final of the women's 100-meter freestyle S9, a world record in the heats, courtesy of Alexa Leary of Australia. And Lex Leary, as she's known to most, the only swimmer to go sub 60 seconds in the heats, went 59.60, breaking her own world record by 0.04 of a second. Now, Christy Riley-Crossley is having a great time in Paris 2024 in terms of results. 100 back gold, 50 free silver, swimming a class up in the S10 classifications and setting an S9 world record in that event as well. But this race is going to be quick. It is the women's 100-meter freestyle S9. Representing China going in lane 8 is 22-year-old Xu Jialing, the reigning Asian Para Games champion. More of a butterfly specialist, but swam a good 105 to get herself into the top 8 in this event. London bronze, Rio and Tokyo silver for Sarai Gascon, the 31-year-old 9-time Paralympic Games medalist, but never a champion, goes in lane 1. Former World Championships bronze medalist and European champion. Tony Shaw goes for Great Britain in lane 7, the 21-year-old former World Championships medalist and bronze medalist at the Commonwealth Games 2 years ago in Birmingham. The Tokyo bronze medalist is Mariana Ribeiro. The Brazilian goes in 2, 29-year-old who won 2022 World Championships and then silver at the 2023 World Championships. Emily Beecroft goes in lane 6 for Australia. Relay gold here already. The 2022 World Championship silver medalist. Natalie Sims goes in lane 3 for United States of America. The 27-year-old who won silver at the Pan American Games in Santiago with a 1:02.94 in qualifying. In her Paralympic Games debut, Christy Riley-Crossley, at the age of 37, has taken gold in the 100 back, silver in the 50 free, swimming a class up and setting a world record in the process. She went 1:01.37 in the heats. But also having a sensational Paralympic Games debut is Alexa Leary, the 23-year-old reigning world champion, just outside 60 seconds to win that title. A triathlete before a horrific road cycling accident while training that caused her head and brain injuries and her subsequent impairment. Leary goes in lane 4, having broken the world record in the heats. Well, she laid down a 59-second final freestyle leg to see Australia to victory as well in the mixed 4x100 medley relay as they beat the world record holders Netherlands on day 5 of competition. Sims for USA goes in 3. USA have Riley-Crossley in 5. Australia have got Leary in 4 and Beecroft in 6.
Your marks.
How fast is Alexa Leary going to go out? How fast is Christy Riley-Crossley going to go out? Anything under 28.5 and you're looking at a potential world record again, I'd suggest. Through 25 meters, it's Leary just ahead of Riley-Crossley. Sims and Beecroft are pretty much in a line at the moment for 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, Alexa Leary, how fast is she going to go is the right question. 27.91. We are definitely on world record pace for her.
Absolutely ahead of world record pace here for Alexa Leary. She's been tearing it up in the pool so far at Paris 2024, certainly in the heats of this event and indeed in the relay as well, as she absolutely helped Australia overcome the world record holders and favourites in the relay. But Riley-Crossley is coming back here at Alexa Leary. She's not going to have enough room to make this up. Who's going to claim the bronze medal, though? It looks like Ribeiro, but gold in world record time, surely. 59.53 for Leary ahead of Riley-Crossley. Ribeiro of Brazil claims a brilliant bronze in 1:02.22, but a 59.53. She shaves 7/10 or 7/100 of a second off her own world record, and has gold in her main event. 59.53. We've seen back-to-back world records in the last 2 events, with one event to come in the pool this session on day 7 of competition. Leary and Riley-Crossley, 1-2 they finish. Ribeiro with bronze.
So Alexa Leary, she went out really quick. She went out in 27, maybe a little too quick because she had some trouble hanging on at the end, but you know, still enough to break the world record, so that's great. But she was really getting run down those last 10 meters by Riley-Crossley, who came in at a 1:00.18. So you have to wonder, if there was another 20 meters to go, would the American have sealed it? But Alexa Leary, my goodness, did she go out quick here.
It's a ridiculous time at the 50 split, a 27.91 to try to hold on. She manages to do so in world record time. And Riley Crossley.
She was hurting at the end.
Yeah, she was. She was genuinely holding on in the closing stages. Gets to the wall ahead of Riley Crossley. And Mariano Ribeiro with a 102.22 to take bronze after touching outside the top three at the 50. Natalie Sims, who touched third, eventually touching fifth behind Beecroft of Australia. Gascon, a three-time medalist in this event, sixth. Love for Leary. Well, breaking the world record twice in a day, that's quite an achievement. Mariano Ribeiro takes bronze in 102.22 for Brazil. USA have silver. Christy Riley Crossley has her second silver of Paris, 1 minute, 0.18 seconds. And in a new world record, 59.53, Alexa Leary is gold medalist, her first gold in an individual event at the Paralympic Games. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB2.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 50 mètres brasse homme SB2.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters breaststroke SB2.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
The medalists. And for one, a completely brand new experience. Bosnia and Herzegovina earned their first medal in the pool at Paris 2024, and it's courtesy of a man who's only just turned 13. 33 years his senior, the man alongside him.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Lambis Constantinidis, Director
Lambis Constantinidis will present the medals, the Executive Director of Planning for Paris 2024.
Paralympique de Paris 2024.
Executive Director, Planning and Coordination of the Organising Committee of the Olympic and Paralympic Games of Paris 2024.
He is accompanied by Paris 2024 Digital Deputy Director
Monsieur
Julien Tassi.
Directeur délégué Digital Paris 2024.
Paris 2024 Digital Deputy Director.
Médaille de bronze représentant l'Australie.
Bronze medalist representing Australia, Grant Patterson.
The 35-year-old collects his second medal of Paris 2024. It's a third bronze in his Paralympic Games career. He was silver medalist in this event 3 years ago. Bronze medalist now. After a 104.54, he closed hard. His last 15 meters saw him swim beyond Christopher Tronco and out-touch the Mexican for third in this final. Patterson, multiple Paralympic medalist at Paris 2024.
Médaille d'argent représentant la Bosnie-Herzégovine.
Silver medalist representing Bosnia and Herzegovina, Ismail Barlov.
Ismail Barlov. He's produced so much heroics at the age of 13. He celebrated his birthday, turning 14 in Paris. And he's on the podium with silver after a splendid 102.74. Not quite his quickest time, but a quick enough time to see him onto the podium for a first time. And the start of a potentially successful career as an elite para swimmer.
Médaille d'or et champion paralympique
representing Mexico, Arnulfo Castorena.
He is genuinely a tireless competitor, still going strong. 24 years after he was first crowned Paralympic Games champion at Sydney 2000, Castorena is back on the top rung of the podium in the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB2. Sydney, Athens, Tokyo and Paris champion. He swam 59.41 to take gold.
Si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne du Mexique.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Mexico.
Bosnia and Herzegovina with the first medal in the pool at Paris 2024. Mexico with the first gold medal in the pool at Paris 2024. It's courtesy of Castorena. The medalists in the men's 50-meter breaststroke SB2. Grant Patterson of Australia has bronze. Ismail Barlov of Bosnia and Herzegovina silver. And Arnulfo Castorena is champion for a fourth time in his remarkable career.
And now the victory ceremony for the women's 50-meter breaststroke class SB3.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 50 mètres brasse femme SB3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony of the women's 50 meters breaststroke SB3.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Madame Catherine Vautrin, ministre du Travail, de la Santé et des Solidarités.
Minister for Labour, Health and Solidarity.
The medals will be presented by Catherine Vautrin,
Accompanied by
Monsieur Julien Tassi, directeur délégué digital, Paris 2024.
Paris 2024 Digital Deputy Director.
and she'll be accompanied by Julian Tassi.
Bronze medalist representing Spain, Marta Hernandez.
The bronze medalist representing Spain, Marta Fernandez.
Silver medalist representing Brazil, Patricia.
The silver medalist representing Brazil, Patricia Pereira dos Santos.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Italy, Monica Boccioni.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Italy is Monica Boccioni. And Boccioni went 53.25, setting the Paralympic record in the process.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de l'Italie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Italy.
are the Paralympic medalists for the women's 50-meter breaststroke class SB3. The bronze goes to Marta Fernandez from Spain. The silver goes to Patricia Pereira dos Santos from Brazil. And the gold goes to Italy's Monica Boggioni in a new Paralympic record.
This is the final of the mixed 4x100 meter freestyle relay, 49 points. This is a relay for swimmers with visual impairment. Ukraine are the world record holders, 3:51.85. The Paralympic record stands at 3:53.79. That's set in Tokyo 3 years ago. There are 7 teams who go in this final: China, Great Britain, Ukraine, Brazil, Spain, Japan, and USA. Now, while People's Republic of China and United States of America are in the wide lanes, they find themselves not out of a chance for a medal, but you've got to be... Well, Brazil and Ukraine have traditionally been two of the stronger quartets. And they go in 3 and 4. Spain will fancy a place on the podium as well. They finished 4th in Tokyo. So introducing the finalists then. The quartets that go. Going in lane 1 for People's Republic of China. Hua Dongdong, Cheng Chietong, Li Guizhi and Deng Qichu. So S11, S12, S11, S12. Going for United States of America. Anastasia Pagonis, David Abrams, Evan Wilkerson and Olivia Chambers. An S11 swimmer to start with Pagonis, then S13, S12, S13. Bear in mind, this for swimmers with visual impairment, S11, the most severe visual impairment, and swim without vision with blackened goggles. Great Britain go in 2. Scarlett Humphrey, Matthew Redfern, Rebecca Redfern and Stephen Clegg. So the Redfern siblings will swim back to back. Going for Japan in lane 6. Tomita Uchu, Saito Genki, Ishiura Tomomi and Tsuchiuchi Ayano, who won bronze in the 100 free earlier this session. He's an S12 swimmer, but they have 2 S11 swimmers, and Saito Genki in S13. Going in lane 3, Ukraine. Now, Pudovna and Stitsenko remain from the Tokyo quartet, Marina Pudovna and Anna Stitsenko. The 2 male swimmers, though, Alexei Verchenko and Yaroslav Denisenko, who won freestyle gold to start the session. Spain go in lane 5. 4th in Tokyo, Jose Cantero, Maria Delgado, Emma Feliu and Enrique Alhambra. S11, S12, S13, S13. Going in lane 4, the Tokyo silver medalists. The only change from the Tokyo quartet is to have Mateus de Souza leading off instead of Wendell Bellarmino. Otherwise, it's Douglas Matera, Lucelyn da Silva Souza and Maria Carolina Gomes Santiago who go in that order as S11, S12, S12, S12. So the classification numbers can't add up to more than 49 points. This a relay for swimmers with visual impairment. It's the last event on the program in the pool for day 7 of competition. Paris 2024 in the para swimming.
So on this relay, what makes it so difficult are the changeovers. And right now, if you look behind the blocks, it's crowded. There's not only the swimmers, but there's a lot of people that came out to accompany them, because you need to be so careful with the changeovers on this one. And if I were swimming this relay, I would take it very, very, you want to be very conservative on those changeovers.
So 7 national Paralympic committees who go in this final: People's Republic of China, Great Britain, Ukraine, Brazil, Spain, Japan and USA. Great start for Brazil and Ukraine. They're alongside one another in lanes 3 and 4. Brazil in lane 4. Leading off is De Souza. Leading off for Ukraine, Marina Podobna, female swimmer, going really well for People's Republic of China is Hua Dongdong, male swimmer to start for Brazil, and for People's Republic of China, Sochi for Spain and Japan. Anastasia Pagonis in the pool for USA. It's China who touch ahead of Japan and Brazil through the opening 50. So 2 lengths of the pool for each of the quartets in freestyle.
You're going to see the leader and the ordering change a lot during this relay, because not only do you have male and female, but you have swimmers from the various classifications. So when the S13s get in the water, they usually break for the lead. When the S11s come in, sometimes they fall back a little bit. Same thing with male to female. But right now, Hua Dongdong looking very nice as they finish the first 100.
That's a really good start from People's Republic of China. Never discount China when it comes to relay events. Into the pool now is Zheng Jietong, the female swimmer. Matthew Redfern into the pool for Great Britain is looking to make up some ground, as Brazil have Douglas Matera in the pool looking to create an advantage. But Virchenko of Ukraine looks really strong after Podobna's lead-out leg. It is Brazil who is leading. Japan look well set after Tomita Uchu's lead-off leg. It's Saito Genki who's swimming and will bring Japan to the wall, potentially second, it seems.
Yep, Brazil still leading a little bit, but Japan catching strong. Now we're going to approach the third 100 of this mixed 4x100 freestyle relay. Here's the changeover, nice and safe. Same thing with Japan, goes in for the third 100.
So Lucilene de Silva is in the pool for Brazil, third. The female S12 swimmers, and they will swim with Maria Gomes Santiago, last, the 100 free champion in the pool earlier this session. Ishura is just falling a little way back here as Spain come courtesy of Emma Feliu, and they'll finish with male swimmer Enrique Alhambra. The sums, if you put them all together with the swimmers, come up to potential battle between Brazil and Ukraine for gold, and indeed Spain on the podium as well. But it's not as simple as that, and so many variables in the actual relay event as it takes place. This is a great swim from Steczenko, though. She's got herself into a really good position, and Ukraine currently in second with Denisenko to come. Maria Gomes Santiago is into the pool now for Brazil with a big lead, but she's up against Yaroslav Denisenko. This might be Ukraine's gold medal night to finish.
Yeah, Ukraine making a huge push towards the end. Is Denisenko going to be able to catch Gomes Santiago? And then there is a battle now for third. Spain looks to be in third, but what does the United States have during the last 100?
Well, Ukraine touched second, but they are going to be in front coming home because Denisenko is looking imperious. The 100 freestyle S12 swimmer who won gold to start the session is ahead of Maria Gomes Santiago, who also won the 100 freestyle gold earlier this session. But it's Alhambra for Spain who's coming back at the Brazilian in the pool. Can he overhaul Gomes Santiago in the closing meters? It's going to be gold, though, for Ukraine, who touch now in 3:53.84. Gomes Santiago holds on for silver for Brazil, and Spain on the podium with bronze. Coming to the wall now, just Great Britain fourth in 4:04, fifth in 4:05 is USA, sixth for Japan as they come to the wall. And People's Republic of China will touch through Deng in 4:14.80. Ukraine with a big win, a second gold on the night as well for Denisenko. Before this session, had never won a Paralympic Games medal, and now he's got two in the session. So no golds in his Paralympic Games career until this session, and he wins two in a night. It's brilliant from Denisenko.
It was, and I just love how the lead changes every step of the way in this relay. Out to the early lead was Hua Dongdong from the People's Republic of China. He is way out ahead during this first 100. Japan also had a nice early start, and Ukraine was way in the back throughout a large portion of this 400. But it was Stitsenko that brought Ukraine back from the dead. Denisenko with a phenomenal anchor leg, and Gomez Santiago had just enough to hold on from Brazil despite a late charge from Spain.
So results need to be confirmed. But as it stands, it's Ukraine ahead of Brazil, ahead of Spain. Great Britain's Clegg congratulating Denisenko for his fine swim. Official results then, it is Spain who claim bronze, 3:57.95. 3:56.94 means Brazil have silver and Ukraine have gold, 3:53.84. A third gold for Ukraine this session. Two of them, Denisenko has claimed.
And now the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter freestyle class S7.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 50 mètres nage libre homme S7.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters freestyle S7.
Veuillez accueillir le médaille.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Dwayne Cale, vice-président du Comité international paralympique.
The medals will be presented by Dwayne Cale, Vice President of the IPC.
Accompagné par Monsieur John Lisco, directeur général des droits médiatiques mondiaux de IPC.
And he'll be accompanied by John Lisco, Managing Director of IPC Media Rights.
Médaille de bronze, athlète paralympique neutre.
bronze medalist, neutral Paralympic athlete, Igor Efrosini.
The bronze medal goes to neutral Paralympic athlete Igor Efrosini. silver medal goes to Colombia's Carlos Serrano Zarate.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Ukraine,
Representing Ukraine, the gold medalist, Andrei Trusov, who swam to a blistering 26:38 and broke both the Paralympic record and the world record in this 50 free.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de l'Ukraine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Ukraine.
These are the medalists for the men's 50-meter freestyle class S7. The bronze medal goes to neutral Paralympic athlete Igor Efrosin. The silver medal goes to Colombia's Carlos Serrano Zarate. And the gold medal goes to Ukraine's Andrei Trusov.
This is the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter freestyle S7.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 100 mètres nage libre femmes S7.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters.
The medalists making their way out.
Veuillez accueillir
Medalists from Italy, USA and China. 3 countries who are in the top 5 in the overall medal standings. But what we saw in this race was nothing short of exceptional.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Dwayne Cale, vice-président du comité
Dwayne Cale, the IPC Vice President, will present the medals.
National Paralympic Committee,
accompagné par
accompanied by
And he's accompanied by Martin Baker, the CCAO of Channel 4 Television Corporation.
Commercial Affairs Officer, Channel 4 Television Corporation.
Médaille de bronze représentant l'Italie.
Bronze medalist representing Italy, Giulia Terzi.
Giulia Terzi maintains her very impressive record of medaling in every single event she's competed in at the Paralympic Games. It's her 7th event across 2 editions, and she now has a collection of 2 golds, 2 silvers and 3 bronze medals after she swam to a 1:10.43, closing really quickly, only 0.3 of a second back of the silver medalist. And second bronze of Paris.
Médaille d'argent représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
Silver medalist representing United States of America, Morgan Stickney.
The reigning world champion won gold in the 400-meter freestyle in Paris. But despite a sensational surge in the closing meters, Stickney just unable to catch the eventual champion who'd built an impressive lead. Touching in 1:10.11, Morgan Stickney claims silver.
Médaille d'or et championne paralympique représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing People's Republic of China, Jian Yukan.
This is just extraordinary on so many levels. Just taking her class into consideration, Zhang Yuyan has more physical impairment than the swimmers around her in this race. She's an S6 swimmer, swimming a class up with the S7s. To win the race in itself is an incredible feat. To do it in world record time, taking over a second off her own world record in the S6 classification. A 1:09.68 claims gold. And Zhang is now a 6-time Paralympic Games champion. Frighteningly, she's still a teenager. Her 4th gold in Paris.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de la République populaire de Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able. The anthem, the People's Republic of China.
Medalists in the women's 100-meter freestyle S7. Bronze medal goes to Giulia Terzi of Italy. USA's Morgan Stickney has silver, and Zhang Yuyan in world record time in the S6 classification is champion. This is the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter freestyle S9.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 100 mètres nage libre femmes S9.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters freestyle S9.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
The medalists from Australia, from USA and from Brazil.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Philip Duncan, directeur du design chez
Chief Design Officer of P&G, Philip Duncan, will present the medals.
accompanied by
Monsieur Gaël Pouyadou.
Gaël Pouyadou will accompany him, the Paris 2024 Ticketing Deputy Director.
2024 Ticketing Operations Deputy Director.
Médaille de bronze représentant le Brésil.
Bronze medalist representing Brazil, Mariana Ribeiro.
The 29-year-old Brazilian Mariana Ribeiro, former world champion and silver medalist at the World Championships last year, who won the Pan American Games gold medal so brilliantly in Santiago. After her bronze in Tokyo, is bronze medalist again in this event. A 1:02.22 to touch third in a race that would see a world record go down. A very strong final 50 from the Brazilian to secure herself a place on the podium. Denying a few strong swimmers, including Natalie Sims of USA and Emily Beecroft of Australia.
Médaille d'argent représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
Silver medalist representing the United States of America, Christy Raleigh Crossley.
It's turning out to be a sensational Paralympic Games debut for Christy Raleigh Crossley. The 37-year-old has her third medal, her second silver to go with gold in the 100-meter backstroke. She swam just outside 60 seconds, 1 minute, 0.18 seconds. Closing fastest, looking to reel in the eventual champion. not quite managing to do so.
Médaille et championne paralympique représentant l'Australie.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Australia, Alexa Leary.
The champion, though, from Australia, Alexa Leary, the reigning world champion, having broken her own world record in the heats, has broken her own world record in the final. A 59.53 to secure her second gold at her debut Paralympic Games. A relay gold, and now an individual gold. She's champion of the women's 100-meter freestyle S9 in world record time.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de l'Australie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Australia.
Australia's third gold medal of Paris 2024 in the pool, and Alexa Leary has got two of them. It's good times for Alexa Leary and Christy Riley-Crossley. Ribeiro, the bronze medalist, joins the two. Mariana Ribeiro has bronze, Christy Riley-Crossley has silver, and Alexa Leary is champion in the women's 100-meter freestyle S9. This is the victory ceremony of the mixed 4x100 meter freestyle relay, 49 points.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du relais 4x100 mètres nage libre mixte, 49 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the mixed 4x100 meters freestyle relay, 49.
Three quartets make their way out
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
from Spain, from Brazil and Ukraine.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Patrick Weiten, vice-président de l'Assemblée des départements de France.
Vice President of the French departments, Patrick Weiten, will present the medals.
departments in charge of sports and Olympic and Paralympic Games.
Accompagné par
He's accompanied by Paris 2024 Procurement Deputy Director, Olivier Debarque.
Paris 2024 Procurement Deputy Director.
médaillé de bronze.
Bronze medalists, Spain.
Spain finished fourth in Tokyo.
Spain.
They're on the podium. S11 swimmer Jose Cantero. S12 swimmer Maria Delgado.
Maria Delgado Nada.
Emma Feliu will collect her bronze medal next. The S13 swimmer.
Emma Feliu Martí.
And Enrique Alhambra, the S13 swimmer, who was not too far away from securing silver for Spain with his impressive final leg. Spain swam 3:57.95 to claim bronze. Spain, the bronze medalist in the mixed 4x100 freestyle relay, 49 points.
Silver medalists, Brazil.
Brazil can celebrate another success in the pool this session. It's silver in the mixed 4x100 freestyle relay, 49 points. Swimming the lead-off leg was Matias Reina Correa de Souza. S12 swimmer Douglas Matera. Claims his silver medal. Lucilinda Silva Souza. S12 swimmer, and then brought home by the 100-meter freestyle champion in the S12 class, Maria Carolina Gomes Santiago. Matera, Da Silva Souza, and Gomes Santiago, all part of the quartet that won silver in Tokyo 3 years ago. A 3:56.94. So Brazil hit the touchpad just ahead of Spain.
Médaillé d'or et champion paralympique.
Gold medalists and Paralympic champions, Ukraine!
The champions of the Paralympic Games, Ukraine, who were bronze medalists in Tokyo.
Ukraine represented by
Oleksiy Virchenko, the S13 swimmer, collects his gold medal. Marina Pedovna with her first Paralympic Games gold medal, to go with multiple bronzes, the S11 swimmer. Anna Stitsenko, the S12 swimmer, the second medal of the session. And Yaroslav Denisenko with his second gold of the session, having won the men's 100-meter freestyle S12 to begin this final session on day 7 of competition. Ukraine put together a very fast combination, 3:53.84, only 0.05 of a second off the Paralympic Games record. And they are champions in the mixed 4x100-meter freestyle relay, 49 points.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de l'Ukraine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Ukraine.
The medalists in the mixed 4x100-meter freestyle relay, 49 points. Spain have bronze, Brazil silver, and Ukraine are champions. A thoroughly entertaining way to end the session in the pool with this 4x100 freestyle relay 49 points, mixed event. One of 6 mixed events at the Paralympic Games of Paris 2024 in the pool. Ukraine champions Podobna and Stitsenko remaining from that Tokyo quartet that won bronze. They now have golds, but multiple golds for Denisenko. Matera can celebrate his silver with his family as well. Not the only athlete who's got his family watching this session. That said, a big session for Italy and Ukraine, who claim multiple golds on the night. Legends Jessica Long and Arnolfo Castorena with gold medal performances. Andrei Trusov with a victory that caused relief and celebration. And in world record time, Zhang Yuyan, Alexa Leary. You've got to look back at some incredible performances. What stands out for you tonight?
I think Jessica Long's 400 freestyle, that was a long time coming. And that was a great swim for her ahead of Alice Tai. Another great one was finally seeing Andrei Trusov get his gold medal in world record time in the 50 freestyle. That was like, finally.
Relief and celebration indeed for Trusov. Zhang Yuyan swimming a class up to claim the S700 freestyle gold. Remarkable. What a session it's been. A big night that saw 3 world records go, a handful of Paralympic records as well, but Ukraine claiming 3 gold medals on the night. Great Britain, though, remained top of the medal standings through 7 days of competition. 14 golds, 23 total medals. People's Republic of China second. Italy right up there with 11 golds as well. Ukraine, the greatest number of medals with 32, but great to see Bosnia-Herzegovina on the standings as well. And that, in through a week of competition, is how things stand. That concludes then the final session on day 7 of the Paris swimming competition at Paris 2024. And as throngs of people file their way out of Paris La Défense Arena, it is time for us to say goodbye as well. We look forward to your company for more captivating action on day 8. But for now, it's goodbye.